Hello everyone, and welcome back to another episode of Math with Dr. War. We're continuing the series on statistics and data analysis, and today we're going to look at histograms. Because on the task test, you have to be able to represent data on a histogram and also answer questions regarding your histogram. Now you might be wondering, what is a histogram? A histogram is what you see here. So this is a histogram. A histogram displays graphical data and it uses bars. Notice our bars are here, here, and here. Now notice that each bar is grouped in ranges. So here I have 41 to 50, this is 51 to 60, 61 to 70, and so forth. If a bar is taller, it just means that it has more data in it. Notice a histogram, all of your bars are connected. Except for this one. Notice this is empty, so this is saying that there are no values between. Now the difference between a histogram and what you may know what is called a bar chart is that a histogram uses ranges of numbers while a bar chart uses categories. So down here I have an example of a bar chart, and notice that on the x-axis you have categories. Ice Age, Spy Kids, Brave Cars, yeah, movie titles. And notice you have your bars. Now notice between your bars you have gaps. In a histogram you don't have any gaps. All your bars are stuck onto each other. So that's basically the difference between a histogram and a bar chart. A bar chart uses categories. A histogram uses data range, or you can call it a number range. So let's get started. Now you have to be able, well, I know on the task test they're not going to ask you to create a histogram, but I'm going to show you how to. It's very simple. So here it says the following set of data represents the scores on a mathematics quiz. So notice this is a lot of data here. We have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 14, 16, 18, wow, 20 data points. The first thing we have to do is complete the frequency table below. And then on the accompany grid, we have to draw and label a frequency histogram of the scores. So I'm going to go through my data looking for points, looking for scores that are in the range 50 to 59. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Yep, only 6. So you have a frequency of 6. And if you're going to write your tally, you're going to draw lines. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4. Now when you get to 5, that goes this way. Think about those movies when people are in jail and they're counting the days. That's 5 and that would be 6. Let's see how many data points we have from 60 to 69. 1, 2, only 2. 1, 2, 70 to 79. I have 1, 2, 3, and 4. So there are only 4 data points. We're looking for 80 to 89. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. And then 90 to 99, that is 1, 2, 3, just 3. 1, 2, 3. So we created our frequency table. We're going to use our frequency table to create our histogram. Over here, this will be our frequency. So our frequency is our y-axis. So your x-axis are your scores. So if we create our frequency on the y-axis, I'm going to put a dash here, so that's 2, 4, 6, 8, and 10. Because our frequency is just 3, 5, 4, 2, and 6. So that's okay. Now our first interval is 50 to 59, and that has a frequency of 6. So I'm going to draw my bar. I'm going to use 3. I think that should be enough. And I'm going to come down here. And I'm going to shade it. So this is 50 to 59. Okay, the next one is 60 to 69, and that's only 2. So again, they have to be evenly spaced. So let's shade that. 60 to 69. Okay, 70 to 79 is 4. And we're going to shade that. The next one is 80 to 89, which is 5. And the last one, 90 to 99, which has 3. And there you have it. We created our histogram. Notice that your x-axis is your intervals, 50 to 59, 60 to 69, and so forth. And your y-axis is your frequency. And that is it. That is how you create your histogram. Now on the task test, they won't be asking you to create a histogram because your test is multiple choice. So let's see what those type of questions will look like. Okay, here's our first question. Okay, it states that we have a histogram which shows the heights of the students in Kyra's health class. So notice here's our heights, which are the ranges. Here's our frequency. Now they do this little dip here because we're not starting from 0. And they're asking, what is the total number of students in the class? So to find the total number of students, we need the frequency for each range. So from 160 to 169, that is 2. Okay, this is 4. This is 5. This is 4 again. And this is 1. And all we have to do is add them. So we're adding 2 plus 4 plus 5 plus 4 plus 1. So this would be 2 plus 4 is 6. 6 plus 5 is 11. 11 plus 4 is 15. And 1 is 16. So our answer is number 3. Okay, let's look at the next question. This says the test scores for 10 students in Miss Sampson's homeroom were 61, 67, 81, 83, 87, 88, 89, and 90, 98, and 100. And we want to find which frequency table is accurate for this data set. Now notice that our frequency table, the first range is from 61 to 70. So let's see how many fall in the range from 61 to 70. So that would be 1, 2. Notice we all have 2 for each of them. Let's look for 71 to 80. Okay, 71 to 80. There's none in that frequency. So we have 0. So we can eliminate C and we can eliminate A. We're looking at the frequency 81 to 90. Okay, 81 to 90. That is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So there's 6 of them, 81 to 90. Yep. Which has 6? B. Because 91 to 100, there are only 2. These 2 right here. A swim instructor had a contest to see how many seconds her students could hold their breath underwater. The results from the contest are shown in the list below. This is lovely because they actually put them in order for us, which is really great. And they want to know which histogram represent the results from the contest. So notice we have our ranges. So the first range is from 0 to 20. So how many fell into that range? Only 1. So let's see who we can eliminate. We can eliminate B because that says it was 2. Okay, we want 21 to 40. 1, 2. Only 2. Okay, this is looking like 3 because it's in the middle. That can be eliminated. Okay, this has 2. Could be that one. And this has 2 as well. Okay, we're working with C and D. We're looking for the range 41 to 60. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So we need 7. And if you go right across here, you're going to see that this bar is between 6 and 8. So our answer is D. The best thing about this problem is I like that they put it in order from smallest to largest. So that really helped us out. The values of 11 houses on Washington Street are shown in the table. Find the mean value of these houses. So we have to find the mean. Now, in order to find the mean, you're going to use the frequency. So here, they didn't call it the frequency. They said the number of houses. Now, you have one house that is worth 100,000. So that will be 100,000 plus. Now you have 5 houses that are worth 175,000. So we have to take that 175,000 and multiply it by 5 because that's telling you that 175 occurs 5 times. 200,000, there were 4 houses, so I'm going to take 200,000 and times it by 4. And then finally, I'm going to add, there was only one house that was worth 700,000. So instead of me writing 175,000 out 5 times to add it, just take 175,000 and times it by 5. And the same thing with the 200,000, you'll times it by 4. So since these numbers are really big, let's get our calculator. So I have 100,000 plus, I'm going to need my parentheses, and I have 175,000, which I'm going to multiply by 5, close my parentheses, plus I'm going to take 200,000 and times it by 4, plus, and then the last thing is there was only one at 700,000, and enter. So the total is 2,475,000. But what are we going to divide this by? Here we have to find the total number of houses. So this is 1 plus 5 is 6, plus 4 is 10, plus 1 is 11. So we have a total of 11, and let's divide by 11, and we have a value of 225,000. So when we take all of this and divide it by 11, our answer is number 3. So very important, when you have to find the mean, you have to look at your frequency. This is 100,000 times 1. This is 175,000 times 5. This is 200,000 times 4. And this is 700,000 times 1. And then when we get all our values, we're going to add them up and divide by the total, which is your frequency. So you're going to sum your frequency, and for us it was 11. Now in our last problem, it says, in what measurement class does the median occur? So here is our histogram, and we want to find, okay, which range has the median? Because we can't really pick the median, we can pick the range that it is in. So first, before we start, we have to find out the total number. So we have to find the total frequency. So this is 1. Over here, this is 4. This is 8. This would be 7 because it's between 6 and 8. And this would be 2. So let's total that. So we have 1 plus 4 is 5. When I add 8, I'm going to get 13. I add 7, that would give me 20, plus 2 is 22. So I have 22 data points. And remember from my mean, median, mode, and range video, I said when you have the total number of data points, when you want to find the median, I would divide this by 2, which would give me 11. Therefore, the 11th and the 12th would be in the median. So because this is even, you're like, oh, I would add the 11th data point and the 12th data point and divide it by 2. So we have to figure out where 11 and 12 would occur. So this is 1 plus 4 is 5. And then if you add 5 to 8, you get 13. Therefore, 11 to 12 would occur in the range 15 to 20. So your answer is C. Because you can't actually line up your data points and pick the median, we're going to be choosing from the range. And because there were a total of 22 measurements, I divided it by 2 and I got 11. And because this was even, that I would have to add the 11th and the 12th data point and divide it by 2. So I had to go into my histogram and figure out in which range would I have the 11 and 12 data point. And that would occur in 15 to 20 because when I add 1, with 4, I got 5. And when you add 5 to 8, you get 13. So the 11th, and the 12th data point would occur in 15 to 20. I hope this video has been helpful on histograms, because on the task test, you're going to have to be able to represent data on a histogram and interpret data on a histogram. I hope this video has been helpful. Good luck on your task examination, and if you know someone who's taking the task test in mathematics, please share, like, and remember, subscribe. Have a great day.